Hello and welcome to Star Wars Fits. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Death Stars. The original Death Star, known as DS-1 Orbital Battle Station or Project Stardust in Rogue One, before learning the true name of the weapon, the Rebel Alliance referred to it as the Planet Killer, commanded by Governor Tarkin. It is the Empire's ultimate weapon, a huge spherical battle station 120 kilometers in diameter, capable of destroying a planet with one shot of its super laser. Just before being taken captive, Princess Leia, transporting the station's schematics to the Rebel Alliance, gave them to R2-D2 to aid them in destroying the Death Star. To mark the Death Star being fully operational, Tarkin orders the Death Star to destroy Leia's homeworld of Alderaan, in an attempt to press her into giving him the location of the secret rebel headquarters. She gives them the location of Dantooine, which housed a now deserted rebel base, but Tarkin has Alderaan destroyed anyway in a demonstration of the Empire's resolve. Later, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Chewbacca and Obi-Wan Kenobi, C-3PO and R2-D2 were pulled aboard the station by a tractor beam, where they discovered and managed to rescue Princess Leia. As they make their escape, Obi-Wan sacrifices himself whilst dueling Darth Vader, enabling the others to flee the station. Later, Luke returns as part of a fighter force to attack its only weak point, a ray-shielded particle exhaust vent leading straight from the surface directly into its reactor core. Luke is able to successfully launch his X-Wing fighter's torpedoes into the vent, impacting the core and triggering a catastrophic explosion which destroys the station before it can use its super laser weapon to annihilate the rebels' base on Yavin 4. The first Death Star schematics are visible in the scenes of Geonosis in Star Wars Empire Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, evidently designed by the Geonosians led by Archduke Poggle the Lesser. A member of the Confederacy of Independent Systems is shown early in construction in the end of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. The Clone Wars legacy story reel from the unfinished Crystal Crisis on Utapau episodes reveal that General Grievous went to Utapau prior to Revenge of the Sith in order to acquire an enormous kyber crystal to power the Death Star's super laser. As depicted in Rogue One and Catalyst, a Rogue One novel, the Death Star was worked on by a team of scientists sequestered on the rain-swept world of Edu, overseen by Orson Krennic, the Director of Advanced Weapons Research for the Imperial Military. Under Krennic's supervision, the project was beset by constant delays, and he forcibly recruited weapons designer Galen Erso, father of Jen Erso, to complete the design. The Death Star scientists sought to fuse kyber crystal shards into larger structures and used those crystals to amplify energy into a stable beam powerful enough to destroy an entire planet. In the 2014 book Star Wars Tarkin details the life of Grand Moff Tarkin and they prominently featured the Death Star. Catalyst, a Rogue One novel, tells the story of the development of the Death Star super weapon by Galen Erso and Krennic's deception of him. It also reveals how Poggle worked with Krennic on the project but then turned on him. In the animated series Star Wars Rebels, the two-part episode Ghosts of Geonosis hints that the Geonosians were nearly wiped out to extinction out of the Empire's need for secrecy. Saw Gerrera, having been sent to Geonosis to investigate, deduces that the Empire possesses a superweapon and resolves to discover the Death Star as depicted in the two-part episode In the Name of the Rebellion. Though it is a dead end, Saw learns that the weapon is powered by kyber crystals taken from Jedha's system. Rogue One focuses on a band of rebels stealing the Death Star plans just prior to the events of A New Hope. The Death Star is first used to destroy Jedha City, both as a response to the violent insurgency on the planet and as a display of the Death Star's operational status. Tarkin assumes control over the Death Star while Krennic investigates security breaches in the design project. It is subsequently revealed that Galen discreetly sabotaged the design by building a vulnerability into the reactor. After the Death Star plans are stolen from the Scarif vault, Tarkin fires the Death Star superlaser at the base, killing Krennic as well as Jyn Erso and her small band of rebels. Rogue One also reveals that the Death Star superlaser is powered by multiple reactors, allowing it to vary its destructive power depending on the target. Both the attack on Jedha City and Scarif Base use a single reactor. The population of the Death Star was 1.7 million military personnel, 400,000 maintenance droids, and 250,000 civilians, associated contractors, and catering staff. The Death Star has defended by thousands of turbo lasers, ion cannons, and laser cannons, plus a complement of 7,000 to 9,000 TIE fighters, along with tens of thousands of support craft. It also has several massive docking bays, including dry docks capable of accommodating Star Destroyers. A hologram from the original Death Star is briefly visible in a scene at the Resistance base in The Force Awakens and used as a means of comparison with one from the First Order's own superweapon, Starkiller Base. The second Death Star. Return of the Jedi features the DS-2 orbital battle station still under construction as it orbits the forest moon of the planet Endor. Besides it being larger, it is also fixed the flaws found in its predecessor, so the Rebel Alliance's only hope is to destroy it prior to its completion. The Emperor and Darth Vader send the rebels false information that the station's superweapons system are not yet operational in order to lure the Alliance fleet into a trap, resulting in the decisive Battle of Endor. Compared to its predecessor, the second Death Star's superlaser is more advanced, as it can be fired every few minutes instead of needing 24 hours to recharge, while improved targeting computers could track smaller targets such as capital ships. The unfinished battle station has been protected by a planetary shield projector deployed on the forest moon of Endor, but this is taken out by a ground assault team led by Han Solo with the help of the native Ewoks. Rebel pilots Wedge Antilles and Lando Calrissian fly into the reactor core, with Antilles in his X-Wing first taking out the power regulator with proton torpedoes and Calrissian captaining the Millennium Falcon to strike the main reactor with concussion missiles, which sets off a chain reaction that destroys the battle station. An early draft of Return of the Jedi features 2 Death Stars at various stages of completion. According to the Star Wars Encyclopedia, the second Death Star had at its north pole a heavy armored 100-story tower topped by the Emperor's private observation chamber. The second Death Star is featured in the cover of the book Star Wars Aftermath, which also features many flashbacks to the destruction of the second Death Star as well as the events directly after its destruction. One of the main characters in the story personally escaped the explosion of the Death Star. The destruction of the second Death Star was also shown in holograms in the book. The 2015 comic book Star Wars Shattered Empire also explores the days following the destruction of the second Death Star from the perspective of Poe Dameron's parents, who were pilots during the event. The video game Star Wars Uprising also takes place during the aftermath of the second Death Star's destruction and features a hologram of the description on multiple occasions in and out of cutscenes. Part of the wreckage of the second Death Star appears in The Rise of Skywalker on the ocean moon of Kif Ber. Rey visits the wreckage to obtain the Emperor's Wayfinder, a device that points the way to his hidden lair on Exegol. Starkiller Base. The Force Awakens features Starkiller Base, the kyber crystal-rich planet once called Ilium, which has been converted into a superweapon by the First Order, significantly larger than the first and second Death Stars, and unlike either of those two cost-prohibitive space stations, this superweapon could cost by terraforming an existing planet. The base draws its raw firepower directly from a star, but it requires time to draw enough energy. This stored energy is enough to obliterate multiple planets at once, making it far deadlier superweapon than the Death Star. The weapon is used to simultaneously destroy 5 New Republic planets within the same star system. General Hux gives an incendiary speech while Starkiller Base demonstrates its lethality by obliterating the 5 planets of the Huzian system, planet prime system. At that time, the location of the New Republic government, which rotated every few years. After Rey is captured by Kylo Ren, he interrogates her within the base. Han, Chewbacca, and Finn approach the base at high speed because Starkiller's shields keeps out any going under the speed of light. They find Rey and successfully lower the protective shields, enabling an X-Wing assault led by Poe Dameron and Nien Nunb to destroy the superweapon, with Poe firing the critical destructive shot. As the rebel forces flee, Starkiller Base implodes, forming a star. In The Rise of Skywalker, the 9th installment of the series, the resurrected Darth Sidious is revealed to have constructed the Sith Eternal's massive fleet of Zyston-class star destroyers, the final order over the Sith planet Exegol. Each ship is armed with an axial superlaser capable of destroying planets. Sidious uses one of the ships to destroy the planet Kijimi as a show of force. At the end of the film, the Resistance launches an offensive against the Sith Eternal forces, including the Sith fleet. Aided by reinforcements from across the galaxy, the Resistance defeats the remaining forces of the Sith Eternal by destroying the resurgent-class Star Destroyer Steadfast and the navigational signal. If you enjoyed this episode, please click like and share. Also, subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell in order to be notified of any upcoming videos. Until the next time, may the Force be with you.